Doug with you, Scala here at FabTech, stopping off at the Abicor Binzel booth. And boy, they've got a lot here. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the ArcWorld RS, one of our smaller, more compact cells. I'm going to actually turn it over to Scott Huber here. So he is a key accounts manager at Abicor Binzel. And Scott, you're going to take us through the RS, but then you're going to get into weld inspection. You're going to get into fume extraction and several other things. So with that, Scott, take it away.
Perfect. Doug, thank you very much. It is our pleasure to be able to use the Scala welding cell here at our booth. We're demonstrating laser seam tracking. Side B is actually doing adaptive fill. It's measuring the gap, adjusting the weave in it. Side A here is doing a lap joint on part detect. We can put it, both these stations are interactive and we can put them anywhere we want. We can turn it over. We got tack welds. We can put them the other directions. So very interactive. As it comes around, you'll notice the robot's going to come over. It's going to scan the part, find out which joint it's got in it, and come down and live track that. The Scala does a very good job of interfacing with the sensor technology and applying all of its data to be able to do the adaptive fills, the track path, and everything else. Again, these are 100% interactive activity. Everybody here at FabTech likes touchy-feely stuff,
yeah,
and they want to be able to interact with the products that they might be using.
That's great.
Again, this is the IST ARC 30. This has a 30 millimeter field of view on it. It can track all common joints right now, from lap joints to fillet welds to tanks, very wide variety of materials, aluminums, titaniums, mild steel, and without any problems of that.
All right.
We're going to go over and talk about we got a live manual station here.
Okay.
Fume extraction's been something that's exponentially been growing. So we got TIG welding with at source fume extraction. We also have handheld MIG with at source fume extraction here. Very lightweight. We got a ball on the back side of it to help with that fatigue in the wrist. We're also talking about gas management. So a lot of people usually don't set their gas. They'll set this here at a certain flow rate. They'll keep it there forever, and they set it for worst case condition. So with the EWR product, it comes in, it's going to monitor the amperage, it's going to adjust on the fly, depending on your stick outs, depending on material thickness, joint types. You're going to see anywhere from a 40 to 60% gas savings going with this management system. Because you're able to adjust almost down to it. It's a higher pressure system, so we're able to push the gas out of the nozzle further and therefore reduce the amount of volume that you need. So all these systems here are a low pressure system. You can get the flow rate, but it only comes out of the nozzle so far. So then you got to jack your flows up, and it requires more gas coming out than you're wasting gas.
Makes sense.
We're going to walk around, go through our manual stations. This is our dedicated static booth, what I would call it. So Abicor Binzel's core product line is MIG guns. We've made MIG guns forever. We got lightweight MIG guns that have removable nozzle, removable front end pieces on them. So we can come in, change that out. A lot of times this piece doesn't wear out as fast as the liners up front. So we can put jump liners in here, costing a lot less money to be able to change that front liner, a lot less downtime. Also, you can have that style neck. You can go to a 300 amp neck if you have to get into smaller areas. If you need to get longer necks, all that can be used by the same gun. And that can be used anywhere you want, 360 degrees, give you overarm. Very flexible system to be able to use on that. We offer them in a variety of different weights and trigger types. This is our push-pull gun, so this is a front drive motor. So if you're running aluminums or soft material, you're able to run longer leads and only pushing that wire that short distance.
It wouldn't even be X-rated in today's standards.
We have a full line of tractors as well for long I-beam type applications. We do weld cleaning stuff, so if you got stainlesses or any of that nature and you wanted to clean your welds after, that's what great for doing that. Full line of robotic applications from breakaway systems, which Yaskawa utilizes this torch almost exclusively in their process, along with the WH product line. So the difference, consumables are all the same on the front side of it. Interface, how they connect to the back end is a little bit different. So this one's got a quick connect, cuts the wire. This is more of a manual interface. We do offer what they call a torch exchange system. So instead of this being a manual lock, you'll have a cylinder that comes in, unlocks that for you, and then the robot can exchange these independently of an operator doing it.
Sure.
Air-cooled product line, along with so you got the water-cooled over here, air-cooled with the same technology on it. Like I said, this product line, if you see a Yaskawa robot out there, more than likely it's got one of our products on it. Great partnership with these guys. We're going to walk over. We do offer water coolers as well. One thing that you're going to know with Abicor Binzel is we're not just torch guys. We go from the back of the wire feeder all the way up to the front. Cleaning stations, so automatic cleaning stations. Something that's new this year is at-source fume extraction for overarm welders. And we offer a quick teach handle for cobotic welding. So if you got a cobot robot, Yaskawa is, their cobot's a great cobot as well, and it can go in and do an easy teach handle. So it's ergonomic. You have a few buttons for saving, changing modes. So you're not using that traditional teach pendant application anymore. Very friendly, easy to use on that. So it's ambidextrous, right or left. It does have a light on the bottom of it, so if you need to turn the light on, get into the areas, very well there. Another product that's great in the industry that's getting talked about a lot is laser weld inspection.
As we can see from all the people.
We'll see if we can get a glimpse of it here. This has been probably the most busy station we've had at FabTech this year. So this is doing laser weld inspection. It's going to go through, it's going to scan the weld, it's going to tell you right here what's bad with that weld. It takes all the guesswork out of a human taking a look at it and being subjective. As you know, most people will look at a weld, one person says that's good, the next person says that's bad. So the laser is going to be able to find those defects in that weld repeatedly, consistently, and throughout the day. So you don't have to worry about your eyes getting fatigued looking at the same weld over and over and over again. Travel speeds are extremely fast. We can integrate into all the major robot companies. All we need is to be able to have the output of TCP data, and once we get that, it's turning it on and letting it go. We record all the information. It goes back to a server, so we're able to keep this as long as you want.
Okay.
Most automotive companies have to have a 17-year record of any safety welds they have. So they'll have visualization. They'll know the serial numbers that weld was. So anything that might happen down the road, they can go back and look at that technology and say, hey, that weld was good.
Yeah.
And that's really what this does.
Okay.
We're also doing plasma cutting. So we have a whole line of plasma, handheld plasma gear, and we can get into plasma cutting with robots. Good applications there. We got downdraft tables. So all of this product line is run through and supported by Abicor Binzel. It's our thermocut product line under the same umbrella as the Abicor Binzel brand. So we take care of the fume extraction, the power supplies, the table, all the cutting is all one source. So you don't have to go try to get it built by 5 or 3 different people. So yeah, a lot of things going on at Abicor's booth this year. Just excited, and again, we thank Yaskawa for their support and everything they do for us. And I think it's a great partnership that we've come together, and we're still going to grow and keep working off each other's strengths.
Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Scott.
Yeah, not a problem.